Hi everyone, Dawn Loding, Realtor at EXP here with you again for another monthly newsletter. So welcome to October. I have a special guest today with me, one of my friends, one of my good friends, Ariana Myers. She is one of my preferred lenders with Pilgrim Mortgage here in our Hill Country area. So thank you so much for joining me and being willing to just really put it out there. Like, let's just have real talk. I should name these
Yes.
real talk newsletters, but
Thank you for inviting me. I'm
yeah,
happy to
thanks
be
for
here with
coming.
you.
Awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about three fears that buyers and sellers are having in our current real estate market. And we just want to give you our opinions and our thoughts on this as professionals, as real estate professionals. Where are we? Where do we see our future going with this? And what are we doing about it? So, you ready to get started, Ariana?
Yes.
Okay, great. I know I am not Oh yeah. Okay, I'm in the right mode. I'm like, wait, am I in the right mode? Because he's anyway. Okay, so the first fear I want to address is really kind of for buyers. So the first two are really for buyers, but it kind of addresses everybody because every transaction has a buyer and a seller, right? So
Yes.
this is what if you're a seller, this could apply to you because you got to think about the buyers that are buying your house. So it is the fear of the price, the value of your home dropping after you purchase it. So that's a big fear because everyone thinks I'm going to go buy my home for $250,000 and it's not going to be worth $230,000 next year. But okay, let's talk about that. That's a real fear that people have. It must be because people are, they're not pulling the trigger and they're not buying right now. So interest rate has a lot to do with that too. They're afraid of that. That should be one, and we'll cover that in this one. So my thought on that is history proves differently. The proof is in the history. Our values of our homes have gone up since they started
Since
having
forever, and
mortgages.
specifically in Texas, the value of the homes, what we're seeing right now, it's like they still appreciate, but they're not
Yep.
appreciating at the rate they were appreciating in 2020. Remember, 2020 was crazy.
Thank goodness.
2020, it was not normal. So
Right.
what we're just seeing, it's not a drop in the value of your home, but it's just appreciating just at a slower rate, which is the normal.
Right. I know we're in a normalizing market. It's normal. We're getting back to normal. 6% is normal for the interest rate. 1% or not 1%, but I refinanced when that all happened at like 2.75. And I am so happy about that right now, but
Yes.
not everybody got in on that. And so, that's just the way it is. That was a special circumstances. That was to get our economy back up and running after COVID. And so now we have to normalize. We can't just continue to go on and have our market be that crazy, chaotic mess that it has been. And so if that's your fear, you know what? Like it
You don't
shouldn't
need
be.
to fear.
No fear. Fear is a false evidence of something appearing real. It is not an accurate thing. So, history is it's all in the proof of history. You could go look at the graphs that they show us all the time. So
Yes.
let's
And
knock that fear off. If you're a buyer right now, I want to remind you that most likely you couldn't buy a house over the past 2 to 3 years because
mhm.
you were being beat out by cash buyers. Now's the time to buy because it's now a buyer's market. You have
Yes.
your pick of the homes and it's a buyer's market. So,
Yes. And since
okay,
rates went up, so everything is like slowing down. So you have a better chance to get in a house right now than waiting 2 years for the rates to come down or 12 months. And then you know what? People will go crazy. People go out and buy again, and you will still out of a house when you could have
yes,
been 2 years building equity on that home instead of
exactly.
paying 100% interest rate on your rental.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That, and you know what? Number two fear was actually the interest rate. So I didn't even look at my other papers. So let's just continue talking about that fear a little bit. So, you just said it right there where like you um you're way okay, let's take the money. If you're going to rent because you're not going to put your money into a home to build equity, then how much money are you throwing away for a year? You can't even rent anything now for less than $2,000 a
Yep.
month if you have a family and you're looking for a house. So really don't throw that money away. Buy the house. Marry the house, date the rate. Like that is the motto of the year because you could refinance when it goes back down. You get to
Yeah.
refinance.
You can
But
always refi, and also just make sure right now that the house that you want to buy, that you can afford that payment. And then
yeah,
once we can refi, guess what? You're gonna save $100, $200. Your payment will go down. You will be a happy camper, and you have your house.
yeah.
Um, that's what the market does. Interest rates go up, interest rates go down, and that's a healthy economy. Like that's what it needs to happen.
Love it. I love the way you think, girl. So also, I think that well, yeah, let's go on to fear number three. So fear number three is more for sellers because they're worried about they miss the boat. They miss the boat. They may as well just be stuck in their home. They could have got $50,000 more than asking price, but now how long is my house going to sit on the market? How many days is average days on market right now? And what are these thoughts? Because we haven't been in this market in years now. And I've been an agent for 20 years. So I have been through this market and several others. But, that's a fear for sellers. So what's your thoughts on that?
So on a normal market, remember, 2020 was not normal. Like a
Yeah.
house not even being 12 hours in the market, that is not healthy. That's not good for anyone. But it is normal for a house to be anywhere from 40 even to 90 days on the market. Just know that there's a buyer out there that do want your house. It's gonna take a little bit longer because they
Yeah.
probably have more options. So I
Yeah.
guess you have to get creative with staging your house, and that's probably something that you can look at because people are very visual. I mean, something that you can talk about because you're the
Yeah.
realtor.
I
But
definitely go. I have a staging consultation with every
yes,
one of my sellers, and so
yeah.
super important. That's in all my marketing because your home has to be the home that somebody walks in and it feels
Mm,
like home to them.
yes.
And yeah. So, and there's all kinds of things that you could do to make your curb appeal better and make your home feel
Cozy.
yeah, like home. Like people, I was telling my son, he's buying a house right now, and I was telling him, when you walk in, how does it feel? Like it's about how it feels. Does it feel like home? And, he found a great one, and hopefully we're going to be making a move on that later today. And I'm a real estate agent. Did I tell my son don't buy right now? No, I said buy as low as you can. Buy, you may be qualified for 350,000, but let's try to get you into something that's like 250. Let's have a 2-year plan and let's move forward with you building some equity.
Hmm.
Then you'll be able to go out and build your dream home because these values, they're going to come back up. Well, they're not even going down, they're just kind of staying and normalizing and
Yep.
staying the same. So yeah, so days on market, don't worry about it. Your home will sell. The race is over. We're not in a rat race anymore where only the bidder with the cash, the most cash, wins the prize. Now we are in a normal market where buyers are moving to your town as they always have and as they always will because life happens. Like we want to move, we have to move, we're transferred, whatever. So
And also, I
but
don't know about you, Dawn, but I don't like to be rushed. So you're selling a
yeah,
house, but you gotta buy a house. So you need time too to look for the house
yeah,
that you want.
yeah,
So I hate to be on a rush.
I do too. And it doesn't feel good. It's not a good thing ever. And, you know, I was not liking that market that we had in 2001 and all of that. That was just a mess. So, I'm really thinking that this is a much better. Houses are still selling. I do a market report online every Friday to see what's going on in my market and to educate just myself so that I know what those numbers look like. And they're still
Mhm.
selling. You know, they're still going under contract and they're still selling. And so we need to get rid of the fear. We don't need to have this fear anymore. We need to just make smart decisions and watch our money. Like this is something we should have all been doing all this time anyway. And live, don't don't you know, I'm totally not one to be all about keeping up with the Joneses. I'm about simplicity and and living life to be happy and grounded and just in a good place. And that's what I'm all about. And you know what? My home is where that starts. That is my place. And it's not a big mansion. It's simple. And when times like this happen, I'm totally happy here. So think about all that and let go of the fear. Get into your house, sell your house, and let's get let's just get moving.
Yes.
Awesome. And Ariana, I will put the link for anybody who's interested to get pre-approved with you
Absolutely.
in this video. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Dawn.
All right. Bye, everyone.